Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching the world. My name is Shaun Driver. We're back into the Who Are You series. Sutton United FC up tomorrow, Tuesday. Again, another late video, but we're going to jump into it. So Sutton United, here's the question. And let's get into it. Sutton United FC, nicknames: the Us, the Yellows, the ever-interesting Amber and Chocolates. Inherited from Sutton Association FC, one of the teams that they amalgamated with back in their history. It stands for the jersey colors, Amber and Chocolate. Location: Sutton in South London. Population 209,600. Their stadium, Gander Green Lane, known for sponsorship reasons as VBS Community Stadium, opened in 1912, but it was built in 1898. Prior to that, as I understand, it was used as a community field for the community, open parks, that sort of thing. Capacity only 5,032, and of that, only 765 of that is seated. So if you want to put that into perspective, you look at the Rock just outside of Wrexham. It's got a capacity of 3,000 with a seating capacity of 500. So that's sort of the ballpark of what we're looking for size of stadium in Sutton. Their attendance, 3,240 so far this season. That puts them 19th overall out of the 24 teams. Distance away from the racecourse, this one a bit of a jaunt obviously down to London, 209 miles, 336 kilometers. The turnover, not one I'm going to dig for. You go to the company's house for their financial records. It's a lot of statement of accounts, shareholder information, resigning of directors, rehiring of directors. A lot of information other than what I was looking for, and I'm just not going to dig for it. As to the history for Sutton, formed in 1898, but played largely in junior and amateur leagues until it reached a regional amateur level in 1921. Then it was up to the Isthmian, which is Tier 7, Tier 8 in 1964. From there, they did advance up to the conference in 1986, and then they were relegated back up into the conference, 98, 99, relegated the year after, back up in 2003, 2004, to what was then Tier 6, and then back down in 2007, 09, back up. And you catch this ebb and flow, 2015, 2016, and then they hit the EFL for the first time in their history, 2020, 2021, and this is their third season in the EFL. Their kit still with those amber and chocolate jerseys. The home and the third jerseys have me thinking of the San Diego Padres, and I actually like the home and the third jersey. I am thrown off by that away jersey. It has no connection to the badge, the history of the teams, their colors, the design history. I don't get green away. Is it slightly better than maybe the white and red that they had in years prior? Maybe, but O'Neill's, why don't we have just plays on that amber and chocolate color? Use the thirds as an away, come up with something creative for the third. Look at the San Diego Padres. They have a history of really interesting jerseys, pinstripes and horizontal things, all with... Anyway, the jerseys are okay, average grades, carrying on. Bookie odds, 16th tie anyway, for 16th in the middle of the table is where they were expected to be. Obviously, they are way below expectation, sitting in the basement. 2 wins, 1 draw, 11 losses for 7 points. They have the worst goals against in League 2 with 33, and the worst goals for versus goals against or goal differential at minus 14. I don't want to throw out the bad juju and curse it and end up having a team end up taking away a win when it wouldn't be expected, but Sutton United has had no points taken away from home. We'll see. I feel like I put it out into the universe. EFL Cup so far this year with the history, they had a third round loss to Port Vale. Interestingly enough, despite being in the basement of League 2, they were able to beat 8th in League 1 Wickham, and they were also in the second round able to beat Cambridge United, who's 18th in League 1, before they finally lost to Port Vale, who's presently sitting in 14th. In the EFL Trophy, they've got a game coming up November 14th against Charlton Athletic, and basically they win, they advance into the next round. If they lose, that's the end of the EFL Trophy for them. Last 5 games, 1 win, 0 draws, 4 losses. Their last match, a 3-2 loss to Morecambe at home, and when you go through the stats and the analytics, all from FOTMob here, this one was actually interesting because they didn't seem to perform too well, except they didn't have a lot of big chances. 19 shots and only 2 big chances. They were able to muster 191 passes to only 155, which that number of passes is exceptionally low in League Two, where you normally see teams in the middle of the pack in the 300 pass territory. They were able to have more possession, but they were behind on expected goals, largely because of missing on target. I'm curious as to what happens offensively, because what you see is a bad accuracy rate, and then you see problems in the back end, and you'll see that in the stats. The midfield and the defenders seem to be okay with Sutton United. It's that they're horrible in goal, and they're not getting what they needed to out of the forwards. So that one was an interesting one, because not as bad as the rest of them. Then you start looking at the 4-1 drubbing away to Doncaster, their second match. Only 36% possession, half the shots, less shots on target, less corners. The only area where they had maybe some success, arguably, is that they had more big chances, but really that was a deserved loss. Then they had a 4-0 win at home to Walsall. That maybe a draw would have been more likely, maybe a 1-0 win. They had 44% possession. They were equal on shots. They had one more shot on target than Walsall did. They were behind in passes. So it should have been a closer game based on expected goals, but eke out a win, 3 points, they probably took that away. The next 2 games, though, are clear evidence as to sort of what the track record has been for Sutton United and where they've struggled. Like the Doncaster game, that home loss to Salford, they were behind in all categories. And then the 3-0 trouncing away to Crawley Town, 34% possession, ouch. Only 2 shots on target out of 8, ouch. No big chances. Only 63% accuracy on 183 passes. You compare that to Crawley, who had 479. That game probably should have been worse than 3-0. Just didn't show up. So you've got this, they do play well occasionally, but there's a lot of games where they're just being dominated in possession and number of stats. Now that the season's advanced a little bit, get an opportunity to compare some of the stats for the team. And when you go through comparing Wrexham to Sutton United, shots on target, Wrexham 85, Sutton United 48. That's first for us and 24th for them. Here's the rest of them just up on screen. Just to pull a couple of them, you got shots on target relatively close in the middle of the pile. Saves tied at 33. Which I find fascinating. Possession, 48% to 41.93%. So neither team really possessing a lot of ball, below the average, what you'd expect at 50%. Accurate passes per match, Sutton near the bottom. Accurate crosses per match, Sutton in the middle of the table, but us leading. And then long balls per match, you've got us at 4th and them at 23rd. So accuracy, moving the ball forward, an issue for Sutton United. Problems in the back end, well, not in the back end as far as the defenders in goal. That's their story. And then just not converting enough up front. Last match with Wrexham, March 6, 2021. It was behind closed doors, that obviously due to COVID. Away in the National League, Sutton United that year won the league. We were 8th, 1 point off of making the playoffs. That's due to a draw against Dagenham and Redbridge in the final game. Paul Rutherford took a red card. It impacted the entirety of the game, and both Chesterfield and Bromley won to steal the last playoff spots on the last day, and I guess it didn't really matter because Hartlepool United won the playoffs. But the connection to Wrexham, nothing on our side. On their side, Omari Patrick had 10 games on loan over 2 months when he was with Bradford City. He came to Wrexham in 2019-2020, where he had 5 goals during those 10 games. Last season's performance for Sutton United, 15 wins, 13 draws, 18 losses. That was good for 58 points. Scary thought. Last season, the last playoff spot was at 15 losses. And so when you look at where they're at right now, literally, they have only 4 losses left, and they'd already be eliminated this point of the season from any chances of really moving up. I get it. At this stage, they're probably not looking at promotion. They're looking at just avoiding relegation, but that's how bad the start to the season has been for them. Matt Gray, been there since 2019. You got to give it to the guy who got you to where you are. I guess that's the theory. 87 wins, 54 draws, 74 losses. He ended his playing career when he was 25. Largely those games outside, well, not largely, entirely outside of the EFL. Turned to coaching, became an assistant in League Two for Aldershot Town and then Crawley. And then in December 2018, he was an assistant at Sutton United. So when the manager stepped down, he became the interim manager, proved his worth. He became the manager, carried on, led them to the EFL, and he's still there 4 years later. We'll see what happens if they end up getting punted at the end of the year. But I think they're taking the back of the guy who's advanced them. There's some trust there. There's recognition of what he's offered to them, and I appreciate that. I think that's what should happen. Selfishly, looking at the players, I just want to see Good Life, Beauty Man, and Cashkit. But Good Life's a defender, Beautyman's a midfielder, Cashkit's a forward. I want to see them in the lineup together just because I want to see the passing combination of Cashkit, Beautyman, Good Life. I don't know. I'm a teenager, and I think that's funny. Forwards, it wasn't funny. I get it. I'll take it back. I'm not a comedian. Forwards, and what to expect from the roster moving forward. Harry Smith, 28, 727 minutes, 6 goals, leading the league. And you look at his stats as far as shot conversion rate and his ability to his shot accuracy, not that bad. He's certainly in the running. He's certainly there, maybe with 6 goals and only getting the 2.15 shots per 90. You'd like to see that a little bit higher, although he is in the 92nd percentile as being the lead man. But it's not horrible. Those are okay, but as far as who else is around him, Aidan O'Brien, 30, 698 minutes. You take a look at his numbers, only 11 shots taken while playing up front, 3 that were on target. That's the 66th percentile and isn't going to get it done. And the consequence of that is you go down to his shot conversion rate, 48th percentile, and his accuracy, 33rd percentile. Aidan O'Brien not getting it done. That's where that's at. As far as I said, comparing Harry Smith, and he has those numbers of 92% in percentile shots taken. Paul Mullen, only 93rd. Shots on target, Harry Smith actually ahead of Paul Mullen. And then, he's got decent numbers. He's arguably ahead of Paul Mullen so far on per 90 stats. Now that said, in comparing Smith to Mullen, Mullen has a bigger upside. That's what I expect. That's what I anticipate. Coming back from injury, you're not going to expect those great numbers, and so take that for what you will. But at the end of the day, Harry Smith not performing bad. Midfielders, Omari Patrick, 27, 942 minutes, and he's got 5 goals. You look at the formations that they've had, there's been times where he's played in a formation up front, so I've taken his shot numbers. He's still getting 1.75 shots. He's got a shot conversion rate of 25%, which is in the 89th percentile. His accuracy is in the 96th percentile. You just saw Paul Mullen's stats. Omari Patrick's rather impressive, so I think you'd want to push him forward, especially considering how poorly O'Brien has been doing. And they've done that at times. I don't know if he'll fit in the midfield or fit in as a forward for this one. We will see how it goes. The other midfielder they have, Josh Colley, 4 assists, and that's the highest number on the team. 25 years of age, 915 minutes, and you go to Footy Stats, and they've got nothing for him. I don't get it. I dug, searched, can't find it. I just don't know how it's possible, 14 games into the season, that they're not going to have stats up for Josh Colley. A little bit disappointed there, despite all the amazing work that Footy Stats does. Go check them out. Ching. I'm not even being promoted. Craig Clay, 31, 888 minutes, and those are just ugly stats. Brutal assists. And I would have brought up his defensive stats, but they were equally as poor. I don't know why he's getting so many minutes. He's obviously not offering a lot. He's near the bottom in every single statistical category. So wherever Mr. Clay is, that's where we want to push the ball. I'll call it out right now. Defenders, Joe Kizzy, Ben Goodlife, Omari Swanmi, and Robert Milson are anticipated based on the last little run. Joe Kizzy, 30, 1,166 minutes played. You look at his defensive stats, nothing stands out, nothing horrible. Considering the number of minutes, you'd want to have his aerial duels, his ground duels, his clearances be a little bit higher than that. We'll compare to Ewan O'Connell at the bottom when this is all finished, but there's a lot of light green there, and you'll see the difference when we get to Ewan. Ben Goodlife, he is their top defender. Not so good with ground duels 69th percentile, but he's strong in the air. You expect that from a center back. He's good with his clearances, and so solid at 24 years of age. And so he's got upside to his game. Could be looking to move up, and he's certainly performing for a Sutton United team that's not getting a lot done. Omar Swanmi, 27, 942 minutes. Again, not as strong on the ground duels. That's a bit of a theme, 76th percentile. But from a center back, what do you want? Be good in the air. He's got that covered, and he's taking care of circumstances there. And then Robert Milsom, 27, 534 minutes. Ground duels 93rd percentile, which is impressive, but I'm assuming that Milsom's going to be on the right side. And he's not really as strong in aerial duels as a center back, but he is stronger in the ground duels. That's sort of what you want. Just as a comparison, and this I found to be fascinating, which is why I put it up, is O'Connell ground duels won 90th percentile. That is impressive to me. And his dribbled past, he's only been dribbled past once in the 88th percentile. For the number of times that we've had problems with defenders running at us, O'Connell's actually, to my surprise, and I'll admit I gave him a lot of stick and criticism during the watch party, hasn't been impressing me with his passing and his moving the ball forward. It's been frustrating. He's been responsible for a number of horrible turnovers and occasionally be out of position. But I look at his stats, and that ground duels one number stands out. So you compare that in the aerial duels, center back, that's what you expect. But he is doing exceptionally well defensively and far better than any of the back line for Sutton United. And so here is the problem for Sutton United. It's in goal. They started with Jack Rose. He started games 1 through 7. 22 saves on 40 shots. That's 55%. That's horrible. Bottom of the pile, except for one other. And that's Dean Bozanis, 33, who they went out to get from League One in Reading. He had one game in Reading, the opener. Then he played a PL2 match for Reading's under-21 team, and then he was loaned out. And he came in, started the 8th game, and he's been continuing 8 through 14. Whew, prepare yourselves. 11 saves on 23 shots. That's less than half. That's 47.8%. Therein lies a substantial reason as to why Sutton United is performing so poorly. Not bad up front. Got some problems in the midfield. They're okay in the center positions on the back line, but questions on the outside. And then they've got atrocious goalkeeping. As a comparison, Mr. Ogonkwo, 20 saves on 25 shots. That's 80%. That's impressive. So, you know what? Ran through this one in a relatively quick hurry. Look, we've been running the watch party every Tuesday, Saturday when it's come up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do Tuesday. It's late on a Monday night. I've got a family issue to deal with tomorrow. Nothing serious, but I'm going to be where I need to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the game starts at 11:45, and I don't think I'll be back for kickoff. I haven't found, or I haven't even reached out because it's just all come about. I haven't reached out to somebody who's going to jump up and potentially take it, so we'll see what ends up happening here. I'll send a message out after I get this posted. If it's up, it's up. If it's not, I apologize. We'll be there for Saturday. Check out the watch party when you get the opportunity. Subscribe to this. I say that after I just ended up being like, I'm not going to be able to bring the watch party, but please click the subscribe button if you like this content. I am going to have another look at the comments on the Bradford City, the second version. It didn't get as many hits as I normally get for the videos, so I might be changing some things up and improving those. What we always do to finalize these videos is compare Sutton United to a professional sports club in North America as well as to a food. Let's do the professional sports club right off the bat. I've only got one in my head, and that's going to be the Arizona Coyotes. And I hate to say it because I'm a fan of one of their goalkeepers, but traditionally horrible goaltending. And this year, I don't want to call it horrible. I like the guy, but just bad. And that's the situation with Sutton United. Not a strong team and just weak in goal. So I'm going to go with the Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes. Sorry, they've changed their name. And as to a food, one that leaves just a bad taste in your mouth. Let's go with Parmesan cheese. Tastes great when you first put it in and then just leaves that stank. And that's Sutton United's season so far. That's Sutton United is that you move towards the back end and the bad aftertaste. We'll go with that. So again, watch party, I'm still up in the air on it. We'll see whether I can find somebody to fill in. Well, it'll be the one person I always go to who I'm exceptionally thankful for, Brendan. But if he's not available, I know it's 11th hour pressure on. I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it because I got to deal with this thing. So we'll figure it out. We'll be back. Shaun Driver, this is the Red Horde. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Welcome, everybody. Today, you're getting to start off with me today instead of the happy, gleeful Canadian that brings all that energy. So I'll be filling in for Shaun just to start off the stream here. He'll be joining us. He's already on his way back home. I think should be here roughly in 35 minutes or so. So not too deep into the first half. He should be here. Then you won't have to deal with me anymore. I guess it's a good evening to everyone in the UK, and it's a good afternoon to everybody in North and South America that typically join us. Hey, WG. Hey, Kim. Andrew, I noticed you were giving out information different from what we were seeing. It seems like Lee's on the bench. That's what it's saying, and everything that I can see. Same with Fletcher. You said McLean on right back, but I think he's on the left, and I think Barnett's on the right. Same back three that we had last game: Tunnicliffe, O'Connell, and O'Connor, Evans and Jones, along with Davies, which is really good to see him back in the lineup. I don't know how the rest of you feel about that, but I think he can bring a good burst of energy. He's a good substitute, I think, for Lee. I think it was Andrew that mentioned that he's very Lee-like in that he's that successful of a midfielder, right? He had a 20-goal season for us a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. And he's been lighting it up lately, so it's good to see him back in. Obviously, we're protecting Lee, making sure that he doesn't get that yellow and then get suspended for the Knots game on Saturday that they appear to obviously be focusing on. But he is on the bench, so if needed, based on injury or for whatever awful reason we were not winning this game, you could bring him in. Oh, Riffland, welcome. What else do we got? What is the weather like there? It looks like it's potentially misting. Looks a little cold. Not sure if that's just around the stadium or not. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Is the sound okay? Is everything looking all right? My first time running the show. Oh, how are you doing? Kind of waiting for Mark Griffiths to give us some more information about kickoff. Yeah, they're just starting their breakdown of the game and everything. Let's see here. I'm going to read off the other games that are out there in case you guys have anything that you want to discuss while we're waiting for the game. The interesting games that I saw that are starting shortly today: Crew and Stockport, obviously. You're talking about the 1 and 3 teams that are ahead of us. We're looking for, we just letting Stockport run away with it? Are we looking for them to win and make sure Crew doesn't get any points, or do we want a draw there? I'm not sure, But I think the MK Dons Bradford game, you don't necessarily want Bradford getting more points. AFC Wimbledon, Accrington Stanley, another couple teams that are right behind us in the chase. Swindon Gillingham, another game keep our eye on. Maybe even, I don't know. I don't think Walsall Crowley's too much of a concern. Harrogate, Mansfield, they have a fairly easy opponent. Notts has Newport. Not that great of a test for them at home, you'd think. And obviously, we're facing the bottom of the table today Anything less than 3 points is going to be an extreme disappointment, especially going into the Knots game. I don't think we need one of those wake-up calls to get us going. I think we should be ready for Saturday's game, and I think we need to take care of business early. I don't want to see us having to come back in the second half. I want to see multiple goals early in this first half. I don't know how the rest of you feel. It's about time we get off to a quick start. Flash scores. Yeah, I don't know about those flash scores that you're looking at, Andrew. All right, how many people do we have joining? About 28 on the YouTube stream at the moment. We're a little early today. Shaun likes waiting, so he only has to fill 5 minutes of time. I'm just too anxious to get this game going. I was hoping if I got on early and started talking to you guys, the game would just start really quick for me. Right now, the pitch looks like it's in really great shape. Obviously, we're going to have a salad as usual tonight. Yeah, it looks like it's not raining at the moment anyway. Not really sure how cold it is there. I didn't look at the weather. If you're asking me, Kim, it's Andrew that says that the flash scores that he's seeing has a different lineup than what is on Wrexham's Twitter account and their the iFollow page, and where else did I see it? I saw the lineup someplace else as well. So his information is contradictory. Andrew's almost always right, so I'd be surprised, but those flash scores seem a little suspect to me, that information. Yeah, you want to get this game started and over with. I don't know. I mean, you know what I'd like? What we haven't had in a while is a dominant performance start to finish, and not just a dominant performance, because we've had good performances, but we seem to struggle with getting goals in. I want to see us get out to that 2-goal lead, take some of that pressure off, and maybe this is a game where we put up big numbers offensively. I think we could really stand to use it. I mean, after watching back the highlights from the last game, I can't see how Mullen missed that first cross from Barnett with that header. I mean, he was feet from the goal when he hit it. He just had to hit it not left, just an inch to the right, and he had the whole goal ahead of him. I don't know from that distance that the goalie could even had time to react to it, right? And for him to miss that, and then Fletcher missed one, it's just getting a little discouraging, the number of really high-quality opportunities that they have, and they're missing the goal. It's one thing like Davies' header a couple of games ago was just an incredible save by the keeper. In those scenarios, hey, great job by the keeper. Those don't frustrate me. It's totally missing a goal by several feet when there's not significant pressure and they're right there in great position. It's not their weak foot. They need to be drilling those, and it just isn't happening. And maybe today's where we get over the hump with that. Trying to see who else is here. Welcome, Jason. I don't know if I've seen you here before. Who else do we have? I don't know if Shaun gets to see a list of who's in and who's not. I can only see when people right now are joining in the chat. So I guess I'm officially your substitute teacher for the first half of this stream. I can only guarantee that there will be no homework, and all the hall passes and bathroom breaks that you need, feel free. I'm sure this is going to go well because it's you guys that make this a great time. Everyone chatting, everyone helping each other out. WG and Kim and some others always giving us score updates from around the league. Andrew and others' expertise and experience and feedback from what's going on in the UK. So, yeah, you guys are the ones that really make this fun and useful information. So, I'm just here to keep the stream up and be here to scream and yell. Although I'm worried about blowing you guys' ears out on goals. I'm going to have to temper myself. I like not being on stream when those goals score so I could go bananas. Although Shaun does a pretty good job at that too. He starts to scream and then seems to pull himself back in. So I guess I'm going to have to master that. Let's see here. How much time do we have before kickoff? A couple of minutes? Yeah. I'm looking at the field right now. They're obviously doing those last minute fixes to the grass. Teams have not been announced yet. Looks like they're about ready to come out. And here they are. Yep. Coming out on the pitch now. I was wondering, do you guys know how they determine when the kids get escorted out by players? Do they get to choose who they want? Like, do they get to pick their favorite player? Because I see Palmer walking someone out, Gonquil and Mullen all have kids by their side. And Mullen almost always seems to have one. So I was wondering if it's they get to pick their favorites and stuff like that. Please put it in the chat if you know. Obviously, that's not something that we're used to in the U.S. in our sports. Thanks, Jason, for the okay to blow your ears out with a scream. Yeah, WG, I expect you're going to be telling us all the good stuff, at least in the key games, right? We want to know that Stockport score and probably any updates on Swindon Gillingham will be good. What else? Maybe AFC Wimbledon, Accrington Stanley would be interesting to know. And obviously, like, we want to hear Notts being down to Newport. I don't want to hear Notts 1-0, Notts 2-0, Notts 3-0. Unfortunately, that's what I expect on this game, but taking the final pictures. Looks like they're going to be starting in a moment here. Kids usually go through a competition or a huge waiting list, or they're in the academy. Yeah, Nell, do they get to pick who it is that they walk out with? Or, I mean, I wasn't asking who gets picked to do it, but who they get escorted out by. Yeah, it's just potluck, you thinking, Andrew? Yeah. Two sides are lining up. Definitely. They're doing another moment of silence here, it sounds like. They're talking it's about someone who passed away over the weekend. They're clapping now. I know Shaun's not here, but when I listened to a bunch of the videos, especially Mark Griffith, he was really commending O'Connell for his game. You know, right after at the beginning of that game, we were listening to Shaun basically say how he's lost faith in O'Connell and all the things that he was seeing him not do well. And he reverse jinxed him because then O'Connell goes out and has an incredible game against Cook and causes Cook to just flop around like a fish out of water trying to draw fouls because he couldn't get anything done against, except for that one last second header attempt. O'Connell was owning him, so that was great to see. This slightly faster back line with Tunnicliffe and Connor out there O'Connor is really good. All right, it looks like Sutton's about ready to kick off. Got about 45 people here today. It's great on a Tuesday. All things considered. I know I have to sneak out of work early to do it. And I would guess anybody on the West Coast, a few time zones away, they're also sneaking out of work early. That helps make it a little bit more special when you know you could be suffering through work, but instead we're getting to watch Wrexham play. Okay, so ball's kicked out. Looks like Sutton's throwing in. Really taking their time here. I think their kits are all right. I know Shaun wasn't all that in favor of it. He didn't particularly understand the green one and everything, why they were using green, but overall their kit looks pretty decent. It's really funny watching this game. I'm immediately feeling like it's a totally different game from Saturday. Sutton's backing off and willing to let us pass it around. Not even much in the way of pressure in the midfield there. Whereas everything was contested on Saturday. Both teams were all over each other. Energy levels a lot lower, it seems, tonight. Crowd's even fairly quiet. So. Yeah. Hopefully you get that monitor in your. You have a window that you can click on, and it overlays the game so that when the boss walks by and looks over your shoulder, they can't see the game going. Sutton's got the ball. They're throwing in deep in Wrexham's end. Don't know how good of a throw this guy has. Let's see. It's deep in the box. Ball's around. Gonko. Oof. It's a little dicey there. Good save. Yeah, we are. Yes, we're heading towards the end without the cop in the first half, which I kind of like. I mean, I like the fact that we have our fans right around goal when we typically start to be applying all that pressure at the end of the game. I think that really helps keep the energy up in the team when we're striving to get that go-ahead goal. Barnett doing his thing, showing off with his on-ball skills there. Ball's back and forth at midfield here. Nice steal by Mullen. Davis with the ball. Oh, sorry, that was Jones, not Mullen. Yeah. O'Connell chips it up down the left side. McLean trying to get there. Ooh. Get at the last second, puts it in. Mullen, great box out there fighting the big man. Yeah, couldn't do much. Evans brings it back in. McLean. Good team play. A lot of hustle. Tunnicliffe back there at the moment. Swinging it around. Not a ton of pressure. There's content to leave us with possession. Barrow scored against Forest Green. Thanks, WG. Looking sharp with the 1-1, the 0-0. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't ask. Thanks for bringing that up, Will. What do you guys have for scores today? What do you think it's going to be? Oh, nice kick ahead by Palmer. Mullen tries to cross, gets deflected. Barnett with the ball out on the far wing. He's going to try to cross. He's double teamed, got blocked off. Davis cuts in front, tries to grab it. It's a clear down the right side. Oh, Jones fouls. I don't like that cheeky play where you run in front of the other team and you know that their momentum is going to carry them into you, and then the second they touch you, just flop on the ball and the ref calls it. It just seems like, in that scenario, you're the cause of the contact, and if that's the case, then they have to significantly bump you or use their arms and really unload on you. Otherwise, it should just be a no call, in my opinion. Although I wouldn't mind the game being far more physical, the old school taking guys out on slides and stuff. I see 3-2. I see 4-0. I like that, Will. I'm along those lines. I want to see at least 2-0 by half and 4 or 5-0 or 5-1. I don't think they're going to score, but if they happen to, 4 or 5-1. Oh, with the 3-2. 15-0. Love that positive energy, Andrew. Hello, Michael. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I'm excited to start hitting that scoreboard and updating it. MK Don's already scored against Bradford. Wow. Realistically, 2-0. Oh, as far down on the chart as they are, table as they are, I'd really like to see more than a 2-0. A home game against a team that hasn't scored a point on the road yet. Knock on wood. You got to do more than 2-0, right? Like, we're not a team that gets up a goal or two and parks the bus, right? That's not us. That's not what we do. And I think when we do that, when we're not aggressive, that's when we start giving up too many quality opportunities. We're built, it seems, to go out and score. So let's go do that. Let's just keep piling it on. Just keep run that number up. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. Looking for that dominant performance tonight. Just hoping for a win. Yes, no draws, Michael. No draws. We need that 3 points. Nothing else is acceptable. Sutton on an attempt to break away. They kick it out wide on the right, and it goes out. Yeah, there's no reason on a home game to the worst team in the league that we should be struggling. It shouldn't be a struggle. It should be a domination start to finish. Here comes Wrexham charging forward, and then McLean ends up giving it up. He was covered by 3 or 4 different people there. Very tough. Okay, Tunnicliffe with the ball. Again, Sutton's pretty comfortable as long as we're passing it around in midfield. Barnett throws it up to... Uh-oh, here comes McLean. Ooh. Keeper comes out. It was deep into Palmer. Palmer headed it over towards McLean, and the keeper came sliding out before McLean could get there. Very close. Good play. No great opportunities yet, but we seem comfortably in control so far. Ball's going back and forth around midfield. Sutton kicks it back to their goalie, the keeper. Mansfield scored against Harrogate. Look at everyone scoring minutes into the game here. I don't know about the rest of you. I have 9:07 and 08 on the game clock. Hope I'm not too far behind you guys. Don't underestimate Sutton. Yeah. I don't know. When I saw how small their stadium is and what they get for attendance numbers, I would imagine their, um, the amount of money that they can spend on their team probably isn't very high. It would seem like they're a team that, unless they're run well, would always be in the mid to lower half of the table and always be struggling to stay out of demotion. Barnett doing his thing against three guys. Great pass to Palmer. Oh, Palmer to Mullen. Mullen over to Davies. Tries to blast it from deep. Nothing there. It's knocked down and blocked. Oh, McLean, nice pressure coming in to stop a clear. He was able to deflect it off of Sutton player and get a corner here. Obviously, he's taken the corner. Colchester equalizes against Grimsby. Wow. Accrington Stanley. Yeah, that Accrington Stanley and Morecambe, I wasn't expecting much out of either team, and they're both doing pretty decent. Thought those were going to be easy games for us. Now I'm not so sure. Here comes McLean lining it up. Ball comes into the middle box. Oh, great attempted header by Mullen. The ball was difficult. It was curving away. Mullen really wasn't in the ideal position, but he still was able to get a head on it, headed it over the goal. Yeah. Needed to bring that a little better placement there. I don't know if he was trying to go deep to Mullen. I don't know how much control those guys have and how much they have set plays on those picks and everything to purposely go near post, far post on those corners. I mean, it wouldn't seem like you have much more control than that. Obviously, other than just tapping it in and running some other play. Tunnicliffe's got to throw in here. Yeah, Andrew, I'm on the same page. We're built for attack, not for classic possession and trying to win 1-0 games. Which end are we attacking? We are attacking the open area where the cop is going to be built. That's the direction we're heading. Right now, Sutton with the ball. They at midfield, obviously tossing it into Wrexham's end. We just headed it out of bounds. No threat at all really posed by them yet. It's another interesting game. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It seems to be happening a lot lately. At the moment, they have everyone who's on the pitch is all on the right side of the pitch. I mean, they're really clumped together. It's not a bunch of 5-year-olds who all ball chase, but at least a couple of times here, they've all been kind of all together on one half of the pitch. They're a little more spread out now. When we've got the ball and we're heading the other way, McLean's quite wide on the left. Mullen. Oh, wow! Oh, go! Unbelievable play from Mullen. I should have been more on top of it. Like the clearing, he was so deep. He was outside the box. He kicked it right at the goalie, but it had a right hook, and he pinged it off of the post, upper left-hand corner. Holy mackerel. Trying to censor this so Shaun doesn't have to bleep out all my swears. That was awesome. I think the goalie, you'd think the goalie should have had it unexpected. I think he was surprised a little late on his dive. Just absolutely incredible from that distance. Just one tap, settles it, turns, buries it. How are they not up on Mullen? That's just criminal. There we go. 1-0, 14 minutes in. Get another one, at least before half. Oh, bad play by Sutton. They turn it over. O'Connor with the ball, clears it over to O'Connor. Yeah, next to no pressure. They're allowing us just to walk it up. Flash Score is getting something right for once today. Yes, I agree, Kyle. Let open the floodgates. Let the scoring begin. I'm thinking this is the game. I want to see at least 4, maybe 5. Get everyone in a really good mindset before knots, you know. I wonder if psychologically, kick into the box, cleared out by Sutton. Yeah, we're coming up and pressuring the ball. That's great. O'Connor tried to keep it in almost. Ref's really quick with the whistle here on some not significant fouls. A little bit of diving. Get the feck in there, yeah. I always laugh when I see so many Wrexham fans that are at the game, and the ball gets in the goal. They score the goal, and they start yelling, "Get in there!" And I'm thinking, well, it's already in. Like, you don't need to say "get in there." You want to be yelling "get in there" prior to the goal, not after the goal. All right. Now we're in a good mood. Going to have Smile the rest of the game, right? We're just going to pile on top of this. Not much happening here. Ogonko's going to be kicking it out from the back. Yeah. And instead of keep kicking it deep downfield, they're giving us no pressure. They're allowing us to work it out from the back. So he just passed it over. Tunnicliffe was just taking his time, moving it back and forth from one side to the other, and then taking it over midfield. Same pattern. They're just letting us walk it up. Barnett's got the ball. I expect him to try to make a move on next time he touches it. No, going backwards. Sutton finally coming up a little bit. I just used my imagination. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got to update the scoreboard. Too excited here, Shaun. Shaun's jumping in from remote to do it. Yes, I'm slacking. Sorry. There we go. Should be coming up, right? Is this? Do you guys see the scoreboard? Do I not have it up? So I have to switch here. Yeah, I got to somehow get the scoreboard back on the screen. Thought it was. It was now gone. Yeah. All right. Give me a second here. See what's going on. Oh, geez. I don't want me any closer than that. So this was a problem that Shaun was running into with getting the score. Once you switched and updated the scoreboard, it didn't want to bring the score back. And have to fool around with it. Dairy Girls was a great show. Bradford equalizes against MK Dons. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a 1-1 there. Okay, I'm going to leave the scoreboard for Shaun, I think. I don't want to break anything. They tried to throw it in. We headed it out. Really weak attempted goal. Looks like it was deflected. They're going to have a corner here. Sutton. Yeah, it was Palmer with a good header out. except unfortunately went to a Sutton player, blasted away. Must have got a piece of one of our defenders. Lining up a corner here. Yeah, soft header. Missed the goal wide. Wasn't even that hard. I'm sure Okonkwo would have had it if it was on. I don't know the Derry Girls reference, but I'm sure it's good. Yeah, so they missed with that. And again, Okonkwo didn't kick it deep like we typically do, just kicking it out, back three, or just playing pass. Nice chip ahead, just not deep enough for McLean. Made a good run at it. Back to Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe's on the right side of our defense, Connor on the left, and O'Connell in the middle. Evans fairly tight up, close with O'Connell. Jones is starting pretty deep as well. Barnett's got the ball. He's dancing. He's trying to split the defense there. Reed and Andrew telling me all about Derry. O'Connor looking for a way to try to hit someone on the run. Evans, nice pass over to the right side. Jones with the ball. Passes to Barnett. Back to Jones. Oh, right into Palmer and Mullen, playing a little back and forth. Mullen takes his time, gives it over to O'Connor, out on the left to McLean. Nice chip in. Oh, Davis was trying to head it. Good low cross in by O'Connor. Not a great chance. It would have been a tough header. He was trying to. He was facing away from the goal and trying to head back. I think a high level of difficulty, but put a good move on it. Never seen Derry Girls. Well, wouldn't say. I mean, there's plenty of Irish girls in the Boston area, and I have spent a decent amount of time in many Irish bar well into the evenings. So I might know a Derry girl or two. But if this is a show, which I think it is, I have not seen it. I think I know the show you're talking about, but because I think it's been referenced before by different people, but I don't know the show. So Sutton just tried to throw it in, and Wrexham player was fouled, so we're getting the ball back. Gonna work it out again from the back. It's kind of different for us. This doesn't happen much where we get to do this, but if they're not going to really pressure us, then this is what we're going to do. It's really strange. If I was scouting Wrexham, I would pressure. I would expect that they're just going to try to dump over the top and be ready for that. I don't know. I guess you're trying to say to them, prove to me that you can work it out, that you have the skill to do that, or maybe Sutton's just not deep enough to run the whole game, knowing that Wrexham brings on quality subs and maybe they don't have that. I don't know. You guys tell me. Don't hate the messenger, right, WG? Yeah, I've seen Sex Education, Josh. Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Gillingham scores first goal against Swindon. All right. Still just working it around at the moment. Again, I'd feel better if we had another goal here. We got the 1-0 lead. How is that not updated? What's going on here? It's 1-0. for those, that scoreboard is not. Here we go. Nice cross. Knocked out by Sutton. We was taking turns pinging it. O'Connor to McLean. McLean chips it in. Goes all the way out to Palmer, who takes it out to reset here. Oh, geez. What was that? Jones just, I don't know. He saw someone invisible Wrexham shirt, I guess, and just passes it to nowhere. Gives him the ball back. Goal kick. Sutton. I missed Knots is up 1-0. Yeah, you always bring that bad news about the Knots games, WG. Sutton with the ball. Oh, Wrexham's all over it. He had 3 players on that. Ball's hit out to midfield. Sutton knocks it out. Going to be throwing it in. Again, seems low energy. Not really scrambling around. Not aggressive. Sutton steals the ball. Bad throw in by O'Connor. They got it on the far right wing. Here's a cross. Gets knocked down by O'Connor. Davis with the ball. Yep. He's thinking about clicking it way out. Knocks it over to Barnett. It's good. Barnett only has 1 guy on him. Should be no problem. Up. Second guy comes in for defense. Barnett's got 2 on him. Going down the right side. Oh, splits them again. Third guy comes over. He still gets the way to Mullen. Mullen saves it. Evans with the ball. Mullen's got it. Pressure on Mullen. He's trying to take it up the middle. Gives it to Palmer. Kicks it back. O'Connor back around. They're going to reset. Barnett there. Jones with the ball. To Evans. Barnett's got the ball again. Boy, he is a threat every time. They got to put at least 2 on him. Sutton's been smart enough to do that. They do not leave Barnett alone. When he gets the ball, that second defender starts closing immediately. And when he gets close enough, they try to trap him. And it's interesting. They don't just leave the 2 on him. They bring another defender over, expecting that he may be able to squeeze through there, which he just did. So I don't think he gets enough spoken with him. Oh, great chip ahead here. Ball's knocked back by Sutton. Yeah. Sutton's really driving ahead. Oh, hard tackle by McLean. Wow, they didn't call anything. That was great. McLean came storming from way back. Stop a Sutton player from rushing down the right side. Oh, Barnett over to Mullen, back to Jones. They seem to be working great together. They're on the same page quite often, those two. A little give and go. There was some. They stopped the game for some reason. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Who's down? Oh, O'Connell's down. That's not good. Not sure what's going on. Looks like they may be taking him off the field. He does certainly not faking it, because Wrexham was on the offensive, applying good pressure here. So this is not good. Hey, Patrick, welcome from the Detroit area. Hello, Addison. Yeah, Andrew, I don't know what I didn't see what happened. They were talking about it. I don't know if someone slid into O'Connell, but my guess is that they may be taking him off. He's still lying flat on the ground back out there. He seemed upset, as if he might have pulled or tore something. Here, we are 1-0. I'm struggling to get the scoreboard to come back up. It's one of the problems with this software package that I'm using. Once you update the scoreboard disappears. And the first couple times that Shaun tried to get the scoreboard to come back up, he'd end up kicking himself off and then back on, and then the stream would be, every time he did that, the stream would be minutes behind the game, and then we were spoiling things for him. So I decided not to mess around with that. I would guess Shaun will be on in a moment. He hasn't contacted me yet, but I think he's very close to his house. So he'll be getting here and getting that scoreboard up. Yeah, it looks like Toes is coming on. Yeah, O'Connell was able to walk off. He looks okay. He's walking gingerly around, but now Toes are back in the game. And Mullen threw him the captain's armband, I believe. Mullen's goal was pure class. I agree, Jeff. Yeah, that was just an incredible strike from that distance. A very quick turn. Stockport. More of an issue than not, huh? Barnett with the ball. We got the ball on the right side going back and forth. Chip ahead here by Tunnicliffe. Sutton regains. We get the ball back. Again, back and forth. Nice play by Evans. Jones swings it over the other side. O'Connor with the ball. Davis now. Tozer. A little pressure on Barnett. They do not want Barnett to have a moment to breathe over there. That must be the thing. He gets it. He gets the ball, and that's when you see Sutton players sprinting towards him. Anybody else, they kind of jog over to them. Barnett gets the ball, it's a rush. Yeah, I agree, Stephen. We need that second goal. I think it'll totally change. They'll feel a little bit more defeated, take a little bit off of their pace, and get us in the right mindset. My cat has some kind of issue with the couch. Cat's winning. Clean with the ball. Oh, loses it out of bounds. Trying to catch up on you guys' comments here. Where I'm at, I don't know where you guys are at in the game. I'm looking at 32-28 right now. Throw in by Sutton. Ball goes out of bounds. We get a goal kick. I don't know if you guys have animals. My cat knows when I can't yell at it. And then that's the point where it looks like it has a hidden stash of catnip, which it goes deep into, and then goes tearing around the house, just trying to ruin whatever she can find. Hey, RKO, nice to see you. 1-0 game if you don't know. Having scoreboard problems. It'll be up momentarily when Shaun joins. And then you guys will not be tortured listening to me any longer. Shaun will be bringing you all the great information. I do not know this other team the way Shaun obviously does his research. MK Dons equalizes with another goal. Nice. yeah, let the Cats win. Not much going on here, guys. Ball's going back and forth a lot. It looks we're letting not so great passes. We just keep passing it back and forth between the two teams. Ball going out of bounds. A lot of guys just flopping over and hitting the ground. I don't know what's going on. It's not a lot of contact. Sutton kicks it well ahead. Tozer heads it back to Okonkwo. Throws it out the right side. Barnett with a great chip ahead. Oh, almost another foot more, and Mullen would have been clear. Palmer's trying to rush ahead, get the ball in. Barnett does. He's got the ball waiting, looking for Mullen. Gets it to Mullen, then Barnett. Barnett over to Jones. Jones trying to swing it back. Tozer with the ball. Back up to Jones. Now Davies. Jones over to McLean. Tough pass. McLean just couldn't settle it. Gets it back to O'Connor. That's a strong side when O'Connor comes up and you got O'Connor and McLean there. Either one can really get you that quality cross there. Barnett is a one-man wrecking crew on the right, so he doesn't need any assistance over there. Tunnicliffe just blasted it over deep into the corner. It was a bad pass. McLean had to then go steal the ball, then got tackled hard. Sutton with the ball around midfield. Yeah, Sutton finally going backwards, bringing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper blasted deep down into Wrexham's end. Header ahead. Great defense by Tozer. Okonkwo with the ball. First deep kick by him that I've seen today. Yeah. Davis with the ball now, midfield. Palmer trying to settle it. Gets it over to Mullen. Mullen quickly tries to get to Barnett. He knows good things will happen there. Barnett coming up, two guys on him. Good cross. Struggling to handle it. Ball kicks all the way wide. Sutton has it, and they clear it out. Wrexham with the ball around midfield. Goal disallowed, huh? WG. Mansfield scored another goal, you're saying? Yeah. Coming up on the 37th minute. Still 1-0. Ball's getting kicked around on the right. Bring it back over to Tozer, swinging it all the way around. They can just Sutton run around a bit now. Yeah, you guys can tell me. Someone usually, is it Kim or you guys usually look at the possession numbers, passing numbers. I would imagine we're absolutely dominating in time of possession here. I mean, Sutton's touched the ball several times, but they're not really controlling it. Like they're not owning it. You don't see more than 1-2 passes before they lose the ball, for the most part. In the box now, Sutton tries to chip it. Oh no, bad clear. Oh, was that Tozer or Tunnicliffe? Awful clear. Headed it right to, who is that? O'Reilly, yeah. Let's see this. Chip in. Tozer just delivers it on a plate to O'Reilly, who should, he's inside the box. He should be able to blast it in, and he kicks it wide. I mean, Okonkwo didn't look happy, but he doesn't seem like the type of guy who chews out his players. And I don't know, it'd be hard to yell at Tozer, but certainly someone should have. Barnett just dancing around out there. Finally kicks it over to Palmer. Palmer has two on him, tries to clear across. Ball gets deflected. Cleared out by Sutton. Oh, wow. Somehow it put some nice spin on that, kept it in. Tunnicliffe with the ball now, midfield. Working it over to the left now, over to O'Connor. Tozer with the ball. Yes, Xerxes. See, Xerxes. I believe that's Xerxes. I laugh every time Shaun butchers that name. Sutton with the ball, offsides called. Nice. Wizard, welcome. I think I've seen you on here before. Yeah, that Tunnicliffe Evans triangle is working, yeah. Yeah, this is good experience for them working it out. We don't get many opportunities to do this, and maybe if we can, with them sitting back, if we can get some passing going, get better rapport. We haven't had enough of, I think, of a consistent lineup. Oh, ball's in. Mullen with the ball. Boy, he does such a great job against more physically dominant players in boxing them out and still being able to get clear with the ball. It's so impressive. Jones with the ball on the right side. Mullen sprinting ahead. Somehow he's still on side. Mullen's going to bring the ball in. He crosses right to Palmer. Palmer, what was that? How bad was the pass by Mullen here? Let's see. It wasn't that bad. Palmer just puts a foot on it, ends up going back out of bounds. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it was well behind him. My apologies, Palmer. That was quite a stretch for you to get your leg back there. At first glance, from the other camera angle, it looked like he just absolutely blew an easy chance there. But no, the ball was quite behind him by Mullen. Wrexham with 4. Yeah, I agree, Kim. 4 shots on net isn't good. I mean, it's not that we're not trying. We keep making attempts. It's just I think we've got too many guys just kind of settled in place. I think we need to make a little bit more of a rush. Too many players sitting back expecting to hold possession. I'd like to see more than 1 or 2 people making that rush forward when we go for it. Looked away for a second at the chat, and Davis tried to break away and was taken down. Yeah, Sutton's D's not bad. I still think that they should be a little bit more aggressive. And I mean, they seem to be literally waiting till the ball gets like in the box before unless Barnett has the ball, they pretty much wait for it to be in the box before they drop 8, 9 guys in there. Jones cross. That defender, I don't know who that is. Their center defender there is a beast. He's got to be 6'5", 250. It looks like a linebacker for American football. Big player. I would avoid trying to cross it over him. It's not likely to take place. Wrexham with the ball, swinging it around wide. O'Connor with it. Bringing it up, kicks it out to McLean. Score and clock would be helpful. Sorry, Em. 43:30 is the time. So we got 2 minutes. Not really sure. We'll get a few minutes extra time here. And it's 1-0 Wrexham. Palmer with the ball. Kicks it over to Barnett. Nice. Oh, he blasts. Oh. Wow. Barnett blasts from real deep on the right. Oh, here's a cross by Mullen into Palmer. Great header. Good save. Mullen was all the way out on the right side where Barnett's position is. Barnett had moved, switched positions with Mullen a little bit. Barnett took his shot, put such a move on the ball. The keeper couldn't control it. Knocked it down, but it was spinning wildly in front of him. They went to clear it out. It got back to Mullen, who then chipped it with his left foot. Amazing play, right on point to Palmer. Great header down, a few feet short on the ground in front of. Oh, Mullen almost hitch kicked one in. In front of the keeper, and the keeper was able to stop it. Another good cross here. We just had 3 or 4 really good opportunities in the box. Trying to keep up with everything here. We're looking at it's about ready to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're getting the amount of extra time. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of extra time here. Sutton with the ball for a throw-in. Still 1-0. Only 1 shot on target out of that. Yeah, a lot of great opportunities though. We were all over it. Very threatening. 77%. Possession, Andrew's saying. That's yeah. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a little bit higher than that. That's what we've been seeing. They're getting extra time for standing there holding the ball, looking at who they're going to throw it into. Knott's up 2-0. No more bad info, Woody. Bring us some good news. He's stuck in a train crossing for 10 minutes. Yeah, well, that's pretty much only, happens a lot in Canada, and in the middle of the United States has some trains like that. Sutton with the ball in the Wrexham end. They're knocking it around. Nothing at the moment. Yeah, that 3 minutes extra time, it's about a minute and a half left. Ball's blasted out by Davis. It'll be Sutton throwing it in near the halfway line. They do not seem to be having any urgency in going over there. Yeah, they're over there thinking about throwing it in, waving to each other, and tosses it in. We have about a minute to go. It's really congested in there. Barnett tries to drill it ahead. Palm with the ball, blasted deep down the left side. McLean streaking down there. Goalie comes way out to try to play it. There we go. Davis with the ball. Over to McLean. Oh, gets run into. No whistle. Yeah. Ball's down deep in Wrexham territory on the left. Trying to clear it out. Now it's back up to midfield. Looking at 30 seconds for half. All the way back to the keeper for Sutton. He's going to blast it deep. 20 seconds remaining. Good challenge on the left there by McLean. Sutton just kind of passing it back and forth. Still no threat yet. Looks like a foul by Davis. Frustration foul. He just looked like he ran over there to take someone out because he was bothered. Yeah. It's a little over 3 minutes now. Ref's going to probably blow it after this kick. Yeah, called it on Davis, taking him out. Otherwise, we'd be at half. Yeah, we're just waiting for this kick, presuming it doesn't materialize into any decent chances. If Wrexham clears this, I'm sure they'll be blowing the whistle. Here it's hooked in, blown away by Mullen. Yep. And they blew the whistle for halftime. There we go, 1-0. Would rather it be 2-0, right? I think we can all agree on that. Hopefully they go back in, and now they know exactly how Sutton's going to play you. Maybe they come up with a few plays, get some better opportunities in there. Maybe if they gave Barnett some help on the right, he wouldn't be forced to cross it to only one player or 2 players streaking. Maybe you can find some way to pass it short and work some kind of play. but he is dominating as usual out there. Who's the striker with Mulls? It is Palmer, strangely enough. I saw Fletcher walking around. He does not appear to be limping or anything. As far as we know, Andrew chime in. Fletcher's fine, we believe. I mean, I'm sure he has a really nice scrape on the back of his calf, but he's not injured and he's on the bench. They wouldn't waste a spot on the bench if he wasn't capable of coming into the game. So maybe they're just letting him rest up. Maybe they want him to be at full strength for knots. Who knows? He's obviously older. They just showed the Mullen strike, just an incredible how you hit it into the side of the net on that quick turn. Just incredible. Yeah, right off the bar. Rattled it in. So impressive. Doncaster 2-0. It's halftime. Swindon 1-0. Morecambe 0-0. There you go. 76% possession time, Steven's saying. Let's see. I'll read off the scores. I know WG's stealing his job from him here. Let me see what else. That Accrington Stanley's up 2-0. Yeah, they look like they could be a problem. Gillingham only up 1-0. Yeah. See that you have that. MK Don's up 1. Salford over Doncaster 2-0. Yeah. Barrow 2-0. Yeah. Mansfield's up 3-0 on Harrogate. Pretty much what we expected, right? That's what Wrexham should be doing, right? Like, you should be burying the bad teams early. Don't give them false hope, and then you can work on some different things, get some other players in there, but not comfortable with a 1-0 score, even though they've been very dominant here. Grimsby, yep. Down 1 to Colchester. Goal difference. Let me look at the goal difference here. All right, so at the moment they have Wrexham in 4th, right, with 27 points. They have Crewe, Notts County, and Stockport ahead of us. Goal difference. Wrexham is only +3 on goal difference. Crewe, who has the same number of points as us, is 11 on goal difference. And Stockport, who's in first place, is 13 on goal difference. In second place is Notts, and they're 6 on goal difference. So again, we only have 3 goal difference-wise. Mansfield, who's at the moment 1 point behind us, winning their game, they're a +14 on goal difference. And again, that gets back to what I was saying before kickoff. We're getting all these chances, all these shots on goal, and high quality chances, and we're just not scoring. Like, we got to turn that around. I understand goal difference. You could say it doesn't matter, only, as far as ties go, right? But I think I would imagine it would start to wear on a team when you get that many chances, that many opportunities, and all you hear is people going, why can't we finish? Why can't we finish? Why can't we finish? And then you start, you get that ball in the box, go to turn, and you're thinking, I can't miss this. I can't miss this. This is too good of an opportunity. You don't want that mindset, right? You want to have that positive mindset where you're like, here we go. Here we're going to be piling it on. Here's another goal for us, right? That's what you want to be thinking. We really have to snap that, and I was hoping today would be the day. Maybe they will in the second half. We are a second half team. Yeah. Goals for. So we have 29 goals. Teams that have more than us. Crewe has 34. Notts has 32. And Stockport is tied with us with 29. So obviously we score a lot. I mean, it's a fair point, Stephen. We do score a lot, but for a team who gives up a lot, and I don't think you could call us a great defensive team, at least by how we've been playing so far this year. If we're an offensive-minded team, we have to have a better hit rate when we get those opportunities. We create all those opportunities. We got to cash in on more than we are. Yeah, that was a good header, Jeff. You're right. Palmer was actually playing pretty decent out there. No doubt. Yeah, last match defense was good. Today the defense is good. Once we're not getting run at, if we get too many of our larger defenders out there, and they're a quick team that's willing to run right up the middle at us, then I think that's when we look significantly poor. But lately, we've been sticking with more mobile defenders, and they seem to be cutting things off before they develop. So I like to think that's why we're having that success. So Mark Griffiths is interviewing someone from New York. Upstate New York, not in the city. Yes, WG, they're fourth in the table. Yep. Yeah, pretty good numbers here on a Tuesday, right? Been up around 75 people. Considering not everyone can get out of work to watch, that's pretty damn good. Irish girls are dangerous. What are you talking about, Kim? Haven't been reading everything here. Is Shaun going to make it home? Yes, Stephen. You'll be getting the A team, Team 1. I would expect he'll be here momentarily in the next few minutes. I would guess he's going to be able to get on. I'm sure once he gets home, he has to make sure the kids are settled before he runs to get online. Our next opponents, yeah. I mean, we have Notts. Is it Gillingham after that we have? We know we have Mansfield on a cup game, right? Not that we care a tremendous amount about that. Yeah. Shaun's fault we're not scoring. Get back here, Shaun. This is on you. Sure, I'll bring up the schedule. Have it on my phone. It's a little easier. I thought we have a ton of points waiting ahead of us. We have the whole bottom of the table coming up in December. So I think it bodes well for us, presuming we don't take it lightly and we take care of business. There's a lot of points to be had. That's where it would have been really nice if we got 3 points against Bradford. Would have set us up to be in a good position. So matches going forward, we're looking at Notts on Saturday, Port Vale on Tuesday, which is a nothing game. Gillingham at home on Saturday, November 11th. Then Accrington Stanley, which we just talked about, they seem to be surging, so that's no longer the easy game I thought it was. Same thing with Morecambe. That's a home game on Saturday, November 25th. Morecambe's been doing pretty decent. But then we got Harrogate Town away on the 28th of November. Then getting into December, we got quite a break there between Tuesday, the 20th of November to the 9th of December is our next game. So we got a nice break there. Forest Green away, then the 16th Colchester at home, then Newport at home, and then day after Christmas is Swindon away, and then Walsall away. So it feels like there's, that stretch of Harrogate, Forest, Colchester, Newport. At least those four, you'd like to think we're coming away with three on most, if not all of those, right? And good chances against Accrington, Stanley, and Morecambe. The Gillingham game and the Notts game, those are tough, right? Obviously, Notts away, definitely tough. They're going to be up for that game. Gillingham has been struggling as of late, and they're a hot and cold team, so maybe we'll get lucky with them. But the game is at home. So, yeah, I think we could have considerably more points by the end of December. I'd like to think that we're not going to be any worse than fourth at that time. Third in the table with 27 points. Yes, Jeff. Yep, we're definitely going to be tied. Running. He's running in the house now. Is that what you're saying, Shaun? I did see a couple of interviews with Tozer recently. Oh, really? Yeah, there's not enough room for all the players. Yeah, a lot of the younger guys they can't fit him in there. They keep saying that the facilities are good there, but when I've seen all the behind the scenes stuff, everything looks so small. I guess I'm just used to the stuff in America, right, where all the pro stadiums, even the college ones, the facilities are just so large, so much room for every player, and the training facilities are so large and everything. It's all looked very small to me, and I don't know how much they can do about that. I don't think that there's any of those facilities are going to be addressed when they put the new cop in. We're going to be looking at quite a while before they're able to do over the Macron stand area or the Wrexham Lager stand. I mean, I'd really love them to go after the Wrexham Lager stand, get a nice 2-tier setup, deepen that considerably, put in much better facilities for the team. But they probably can't do that without negotiating with the university. So I presumed once they start having more success that's what they would do. But if they can't even get the cop off the ground, I don't know that they're going to be going after the Wrexham Lager stand too soon. Wrexham players are back out on the field, starting to take their position. I do not see Sutton United yet. Yeah, I agree. It's awful that we have to talk about the refs, right, Stephen? Like, this guy's pretty much letting the game go. I would say, though, there's not a ton of challenges on the ball. I mean, there's been some banging around. There's a couple of calls he could have made, a couple of calls he could have let go. But overall, he's just letting them play. It's much more enjoyable than getting frustrated by the constant stopping. Wow, Sutton comes running out, and we're going to be starting very quickly. All right. Ball knocked in deep. Sutton cleared it out. Again, keep getting possession back. Got the ball in Sutton's half. Obviously, guys, we're on the screen. We're going right to left. We're going to be heading back into the tech end, trying to score goals in the tech end this half. Weather still looks good. Doesn't look like it's raining. Pitch looks incredible. Yeah, just keeping our possession. This is just strange for me watching us play the possession game. Walking it around left to right, trying to make a move on the left side here. Nope. Sutton gets the ball back. Ball's out. They're going to be throwing it in. Mike's back. What did you have to? Yeah, time for more updating, WG. Although I wish everyone else would stop scoring so quickly. Wrexham controlling the ball in our end, slowly bringing it out, working from the back here. Nice chip ahead by Barnett. Oh, good play. Kicked wide over to McLean. McLean takes it deep, crosses, low cross, deflected out. Palmer comes back. Sorry. Jones comes back, gets the ball. Evans over to McLean. O'Connor with the ball. Great pass, little give and go. Mullen to Evans. Evans looked a little surprised. Wasn't a lot of room for him either. Tozer just throws someone down. First contact we've seen in quite a while. Whistle blown. Sutton with the ball at midfield. Still 1-0, guys. 47-45 on the clock for me. Sutton tried to bring it in. Barnett headed it away. It looks like Sutton's going to swing it back around to the other side.
Holy moly.
Oh, there he is. There's the man.
That was madness. Got the train. I don't want to get into too much of that. I'm here. Thank you, Brendan, so much for covering. And we got a turnover right off. As soon as I show up here, Palmer through the middle. Let's get a goal.
Mullen, great pass to McLean. Oh!
Get it. McLean.
McLean to Chip. Jones with the ball. Long shot. Mullen's upset with himself.
So we're talking over each
McLean
other.
was all by himself on that left side.
Can you hear me?
I can. You're a little low volume-wise, but I can hear you.
All right, let's fix that. Wow. I think that's about as good as I can do today. Addison, how are you?
Should have gone for it.
So it looks like it's one of those games where we're dominating, but we're not getting anything.
Yeah. Addison, I want to know, like, I'm that bad you couldn't have said hi to me. You've been here the whole time. Shaun shows up and hi, Shaun. Hi, Shaun. Nothing for me. All right.
I'm getting a stream from somewhere in the background where we're replicating. There we go. Okay, now I'm all cleared up, I hope. So we missed a Mullen goal. Sounded like it was a mistake by the keeper. Here we're just sitting here. I might as well call as we're going through it. Uh-oh. I hear, oh, crap, from Addison right when our Sutton player's looking to do a right-footed kick, but it ended up going wide. So a little bit of something from Sutton here going forward. I've never seen the Fought Mob momentum meter all to one team. And that first half, other than a couple of blips, it's all to Wrexham. I have all faith in Brendan, and I know he criticized. He talked about being a substitute teacher, and that I hall passes and food. Like I was going to end up, like I'm going to end up strapping you guys to your seats. Davis gets it through. I think that's offside. Yeah, flags goes up.
It was. He sprinted a speck early. They could have sent McLean a little bit earlier. I don't. His timing was okay. The pass was a speck behind.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, everyone. But the A team is here.
And I know that you guys were talking about the goal differential thing. See, my pet peeve is I hate goal differential as the measure on a tiebreak. I think it should always be, how did you perform against the team that you were tied with? Were you a better team on the day?
Head.
And I get the logic, and I talked to Andrew about this earlier in the season, or it might have been during the preseason. Oh, Sutton with a chance in the box, but it's going to go for a corner. I talked with Andrew in the midseason about the goal differential being a measure of a team over the entire season, where those two games that you play are just snapshots in time. And I understand that argument, but I just think it's a tough pill to swallow to say, hey, if we beat you twice or got more points against you than you got against us, you shouldn't be the team that makes the playoffs or gets promoted.
It should be head-to-head win-loss, then head-to-head goal difference. Then if you want to do goal difference for the season.
I'm 100% on board with you. So anyway, down the right side here, looking to advance it forward. Sutton, I mean, this is going against the run of everything I've heard so far. Pushing on possession here.
They have a lot of energy. They're running around. They haven't been running around like this.
Got it at the midfield, and away we go. Andrew is back, Georges.
Far more energy than before. It looks like they've been waiting for the second half.
Now, what happens if something goes south here in the second half? Am I going to get banished from the watch party?
Bringing back the bad mojo.
Long throw. Just kind of thrown towards the corner, but we're able to clear really from there.
Down there. We're not going to be able to bring it out.
Back in. Let's let that roll. Oh, Tunnicliffe, I would have let that go. Why did he play that? Well, somebody needed to yell at him to let him know that there was nobody behind him, so he got nervous, headed it out, and kind of looked around and asked for a call. So that's a little bit of poor communication there. Hopefully it doesn't come back and bite us in the butt here with a long throw from the left side. Slung through, not really deep, cleared out by O'Connor. Another throw, but further out away from damage. Yeah, see, I'm stylish. I'm curious. Are you in the UK? Because I'm noticing that this is a divide between North Americans and Europeans. In that most North Americans are like best team up, and most Europeans are like competition whole. But yeah, that's another discussion to have there. That about having three teams automatically promoted, one through the playoffs. And whether people are fans of that or not, the big changeover.
Well, that's the other thing. There's no divisions here, right? Like they have all 24 on the same table, whereas in a lot of the U.S. sports, they have divisions. They set up rivalries where you play more against the teams that are local to you. You develop a big rivalry between them, and your wins against them are worth far more. Not points wise, but if you're better than them, then you advance in the playoffs. There's an automatic bid for each of the small divisions, and then that's why everything is so focused on heads up scoring and heads up win-loss record. Yeah, that's a hard takedown. There haven't been too many of those today. So it's a different aspect. I would say I hear you, but I think there's so many things that the European system, the UK system here of relegation and promotion that adds to the whole game, a totally different dynamic than the buying and selling of players. All great things, but those local derbies only happen once or twice a year. If you were playing your heated rivals at least twice, and the goal difference and the win-loss meant more against them, I think it would enhance those. Not that the derbies need enhancing. There's plenty of passion there, but there's something about it. You always look for your rivals and know you're going to have to face them twice. And when you face a team a second time, you can't necessarily approach them the same way. There's just a lot to it.
I was gonna jump in saying that we had an opportunity here, and then we have a turnover, and it comes the other way, and I don't think that the system's ever going to change, Mike. But Sutton with at the midfield stripe, right side, looking how big are their center backs?
Yeah, that guy is a monster. I tell.
There's two of them. They're just ginormous.
Yeah, they're
had
playing
no
the wrong
idea. Well, I
sport.
kind of thought from the pictures, but anyway, Sutton still with control. That possession meter's got to be changing now. Oh, good ball through, threatening. Offside. I thought he was on just off the left shoulder, but I guess so. We're going to take it quickly. All right. I'm curious to see that one on the replay.
Yeah, I agree, Andrew. It shouldn't be Dolphins. You know, they did some weird stuff. The reason why some of that stuff is the way it is was from the initial merger. It was two separate football leagues, AFL and NFL. And so they tried to keep some of the old rivalries, I think, and stuff like that. But, yeah, it should be all Northeast teams. And they shouldn't have to go all the way down to play Miami.
So I'm looking at the their pass accuracy, and now it all makes sense to me sitting here watching this. Is there's a lot of stuff that's shanked just off the boot to the left, to the right, and they're missing. And so a lot of garbage in the midfield. And I guess maybe the consequence of that is it's hard to get yourself set up when you're kind of taking over possession in weird positions. So
they can't string together more than two passes, it seems. Like it's a rarity for Sutton to string anything together.
Uh-oh.
Barnett just had his
nice little tackle. Beat him. You only have to get two passes if you get a tackle right outside the box. So here they are, pass all the way across, edge of the area. Right footer blocked. Had two guys right in front. That was Davis.
Great D by McLean there.
McLean that was right there.
O'Connor. Yeah.
Still with possession though. Watching that possession meter change. Of course,
this is night and day, Shaun. Like this, like you've really excited the Sutton team. You've inspired them.
Awesome. I'll turn my back.
Yeah, you just saw the most passes they've ever stringed together in this game, and the longest they've held the ball. So that's
long
what they've been keep doing.
Kicked out. Okay, now we get a throw in. Let's turn this around a little bit and get some second half action going our way. Looking to bring the momentum meter up, and basically since I've left up, it's all showing. We just got backed up there on the throw. It's showing all Sutton since essentially I showed up.
Yeah.
And there's McLean getting beaten. Oh, a bad header and decision there. Now they've got an opportunity down the right side. Man in the middle. It's in.
They ran at Tozer.
Tozer made the mistake even earlier on, and that he had the chance to clear it and got up and tappy-toed it forward, and that ended up being the problem. And I guess we didn't have the scoreboard up because it got lost there. So let's
Sure. Now that got it, they've tied it up. We want the scoreboard back.
The fans are not happy. Let's just say that.
It's really sloppy play. Tozer needed to be running harder and wasn't after he gave it up there. I mean,
I don't even have words for that. That was just frustrating. Well, light a fire. You know what I mean? Light a fire. And the fans draw them back into this one. This is where you buckle up and you strap up and you just get the goddamn job done.
Clean to Evans.
So here we are. We do have possession back into control here. A little bit of jump in the step, which I didn't see since I sat down 10 minutes ago. We're at the 59th minute.
Davies tries to
edge of the area, pushed in. Davis trying to just run through five people. Palmer still with it, crossing, and it ends up getting flipped off and not there. And he gives a free kick, and he says no.
He looks like he threw his shoulder into Palmer and fell. And they called it to Palmer?
No, well, I get that. He has possession, and he ran through him. I call those the other way, where somebody from the back end just plows through somebody who's already in possession.
Yeah, thank you, Steven. That was a flop and a half. There's Palmer, someone I can bounce off of and drop on the ground.
Down to the midfield, offside. Offside, free kick to us, and we're looking for some substitutions at the 60th minute.
Steven, you have flop duty. Every time they flop, you get to call it out.
Yes,
I'm on
somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to yell flop into the chat.
I don't think there was much separating Notts and Wrexham. Two different clubs, though. Wrexham is possession and forward heavy. Their back line is absolutely atrocious, which is why it'll be interesting to see how they do when they start hitting some quality teams, because I think Mansfield showed once their back line gets some pressure, they're not there. So we'll see. We get to see them on Saturday.
Great.
On the right side, looking for a cross into the box, up, I think too far, but can somebody get there? Might have been a handball there when he went down, no?
Yeah,
or they're going to call Nolan on a push
upset.
in the back. That's why he was there. Or McLean, sorry, on a push.
Yeah.
I want to see that again. Got to be a little bit better on that ball.
That's hands down our best play. Midfielder out to Barnett cross. Good things happen.
Oh, I'm not panicking. I'm just frustrated, and that's tends to be how Wrexham games are at the 60th minute. Is you stare at the clock and you wonder what the hell. In the 80th minute, things go a little bit better. I'd like to see them run one out. That's why our goal differential is only 4, is because we prefer to be the cardiac kids and create drama every single game. I want a drama-free game. We shouldn't be playing a team that's only got 2 wins at home, who they haven't taken a point away. And here they are, 28 minutes plus extra time away from potentially taking a point. It shouldn't be in that situation. And it's their goalkeeping that's poor. They can do damage up front, and they're looking to do it. Shanked, and it's going to go, and we should get a throw from that one, although they're screaming. But that just looked like he went completely off the left. But looking at that attack momentum, and it's still all 100% since I showed up to Sutton. Dancing around, everybody standing still, looking for somebody. Watch, it's just going to be a long ball over top here at some point if they can't find somebody who's... No, just a bad pass through the middle. Giveaway, and here they come.
Oh my goodness, what was that guy thinking?
That was hopeful. that if you looked up hopeful in the dictionary, there's an image of that shot from, what was that, 40 yards out? Maybe he's got some crazy type of shot. I know snowboard. I'm afraid to say it. Who's in goal today for us? Ogonkwo. I actually don't know for them. I assume it's their guy from Reading. So we're still kicking around the back line. Haven't got to the midfield stripe. Looking to do so on the right-hand side. Yeah, Jed could be. Trap game too with Knots up there. Gets around Beautyman, who's on the left side today. George Evans getting it around. Tunnicliffe down the right. Just sitting around the midfield, trying to find a gap through. Evans going to be a long switch over to the left. Way too high, and McLean just punches it in the air. Giveaway. Turnover. Fans boo. Oh, was it Stephen? Yeah, but their goaltenders, I mean... That's why I'm frustrated at 1-1. I expected us. We have the number 1 shots in the league. How many do we have so far today? 3 shots on target. They're lower than 50%. I don't know where Brendan went. I'm just bop him off the screen here for a second. And if he comes back, I'll add him. So that's where my frustration is. And here's Sutton again in front. Yeah, nothing in the final third. Over to the left side for Sutton. So I don't even know who's down right now. Barnett. And I don't know if that's fatigue or if he's actually hurt something. He's on his hands and knees. Referee's coming in to check on him. Is it maybe just took a bit of a knock? He's just rubbing his thighs. He seems to be fine. A little bit of a hobble. My thoughts on the play so far, I mean, it's been Sutton United since I showed up and us giving the ball away. Piss poor passing from Sutton, but still we had a giveaway and they were able to string it together. And so we've opened the door both with a bad clearance and then a second bad clearance. And now Sutton's just got some confidence and they're putting the pressure on. This is what you do when you give poor teams some rope, is you build on it. Here they come. Beautyman in the box. It's cleared away. Nice little tackle by Evans and Brave on the edge of the box. Able to get the ball cleared away. And they're still coming. Left side, putting us under pressure. Tunnicliffe gets it instead of saves it from a corner and gets it for a throw in. And Barnett's gone down. He's got something wrong with him. He's going to have to come off. Is this a Parkinson problem? I don't know. This is the definition of a trap game. And you see it all the time where, you know, I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan, so whenever you're leading up to the game against Ohio State, it's always the game before it that you end up struggling with because you're not focused on it. They're thinking Saturday. They're not thinking today. So Fletcher getting ready to come on. I wouldn't say we're toast. I'd say there's a lesson. I mean, if this is February, I mean, is it frustrating not to beat Sutton at home? Absolutely. But am I going to panic about it? No, I'm just going to look to the Notts County game and say, you better go over to Notts and take away 3 points. So Barnett's still getting treatment. Fletcher's walking around on the sideline. We're just going to add to the extra time as we're at the 67th minute here. Well, I've only been here for the half. It looks like it was all complete inability to attack in the final third. We look more like Mansfield with a whole lot of possession and not a lot of pressure. That's what it sounded like, and that's what the stats show. Haven't seen who's coming in for Barnett yet, or I didn't see. So, and they say 2 injuries. I don't know who came off first. I'm looking to see who came in here and counting out. Jones is over there. Who else is on the right side? That's Mullen. Did they just sub people around? Long ball in for Sutton down the right side. Oh, that was a poor clearance away. Palmer just kicked it over. So it looks like it's Mendy on the right side, just coming on now. Oh, and so the sub was EOC out and Tozer in, and Tozer has the bad play, and now I'm going to hear about how amazing O'Connell is from those who have been contrasting Mr. Griffith's comments and support and mine negative. Oh, ball right there for them in the box. Woo, missed over it, and Sutton's just they're swarming us. Why did Tozer worry about throwing the ball all the way for the turnover? That makes no logic. So Evans goes over there to pick up the ball quickly, and he's been yelled at the entire time for Tozer to leave the ball alone, so that Tozer can run over there, throw it to the midfield stripe, and just give it to Sutton. Logic does not compute for me on that one. So we're looking midfield stripe, long ball put forward, cleared out. It could go for a throw. McLean's in there, keeps it in. He's putting the pressure on. And then the center back just blocks him out, and there's no way you're getting around him. He is a tank. I would have taken that throw from Tozer. I mean, in the circumstances, if I was McLean, Mansfield putting the smack down, are they? Looks like Lee's coming in with Fletcher. Oh, Dalby. Dalby? Fletcher and Dalby? Are we running for 3 points and putting the boots to them? Possession still 72-28. Means we must have had the ball for a hell of a long time, and we only had 8 shots. We're equal on shots. Fascinating stuff. And you even look at the expected goals. Sutton's now ahead of us on expected goals. When you have 72% possession and they're ahead on expected goals. Swanme's just dominating things right now. Good life as well. I haven't seen who's come on and off yet. They're just getting ready and stepping down the stairs as I'm looking up at the midfield here. So Fletcher, Dalby, and Lee are all there. And Tunnicliffe's standing there like he knows he's coming off. So Jones for Lee. Palmer for Fletcher. And let's see who's Dalby taking off. Did I see O'Connor? I heard O'Connor. All right. So we're moving it up to get some. I don't want to. Now, if Elliot Lee takes a yellow card, I'm going to be angry, very angry, because that's another consequence of the team not driving things without him off and helping out him as a team, because then he's suspended for the game against Notts. But Parky's definitely going for it. Long throw. Nope. Mendy's just going to link it over. Has him by the jersey, but it's going to roll out. Nope. Fletcher's not quite there to keep it in. Wrexham winning. No, Mark. Wrexham is tied. Unless you know something different, and I'm so far behind. 73rd minute coming up for me on the stream. And yes, Andrew, he's going for the 4-3-3. One, you would have missed an amazing first half. I missed it, but all the reports are we had 78% possession, I believe it was, at the half, and complete control. And then it all fell apart since I logged on. At the midfield stripe, Sutton able to get it away from Fletcher. They're over on the right side here. So this is Jackson on the right side. He's got it out. Long ball in, kicked away, and we've got it now looking to clear it forward. Mullen moved it to Fletcher, but it's turnover. Mendy can't get there with the header. It falls. Mendy's chasing it, but Sutton gains control. 74th minute. And they're backing off and setting up. Passed forward. See, where was this passing? This is 5 or 6 in a row, and they've only had 50%. There's a kick and a shot blocked. Sutton with more control. Fans are getting restless here. Kizzy with it. Over to Jackson. Continued possession, and Wrexham without an answer. Jackson still looking, moves to the left, turns, gets it back, and they'll just recycle the ball over to the right side and look, cross in, clips, bouncing into the middle of the box right there, shot. Need a goal. How about we just get some possession? I could go and sit in the bog, and I'm sure it could end up turning out positive for Wrexham. Yeah, sorry, Mark. The only stream that I ever promote is the one that's down where you actually pay, because I like the idea of giving 80%. Jackson's down, faking injury, nobody blowing it down. They went to go in water, and the fans are screaming. Wrexham's playing. Interesting. So now everybody's screaming. So Sutton's all back now. We've got it now. Approaching the midfield stripe. Need a little Wrexham love here. Fletcher tries to punch it through, but it just got intercepted. Out to the right side. Mendy now
approaching the box. He's in the box. Over, just too far, but it's going to roll for a corner. Corner on the right side from the university end to the tech end. Going to be a left footer from the right. Mendy with some great little play there to push it through. The fans, now you can hear them pick up, rise up. Let's get into this here. This has been not a great performance in the second half at all. McLean now, hands up. Swinging it in. Looks like a good ball. Headed up in the air. And he's just easily taken by Bozanis, the goalkeeper. He's able to get up there and grab it just from the top of the woodwork. It didn't look like there was much force on the header. Yeah, that was Sawunmi just kind of leaning on the player going up to get a header there. So we've got possession again now through Ogonkwo, 76th minute. Stockport up 1-0. Oh, boy. You got to take care of the ones that you can take care of, because if not, you put your pressure on. It takes those draws that we had away. They're useless now. We might as well have given those ones up and taken these ones. You can't give points away against bottom teams. Jason? Lee over on the left side. Across the midfield stripe. He's looking, maintains possession. Dolby played down over to Mendy on the right side. And here's Mendy left to do the dirty work again on the right side, running at his man. He's there. Crosses. It's still there. Chipped away by Sawunmi. But you know what? An enterprising pass. It was just, unfortunately, it needed to get a little bit more pushed forward. And we were going to have 3 changes here from Sutton. And Tozer going to come with a long throw from the right side. Omari Patrick. Interesting change, because if I recall correctly, he's their assist leader, is he not? Long time for the subs. So just sub for like. They're taking out their 2 wide men for 2 wingers. So what live, yeah, brother? I'm assuming you're asking me how I'm watching the game, and it's through iFollow. I pay for the year, give my 80% of my funds to Wrexham, and feel like I'm contributing. So long throw from Tozer now, 78th minute, short post, bounced, but after a flick, Lee gets it back into the box, headed away. We're just in the box, scrambling to try and collect the ball. Nothing given. Back to Lee in front of the box, gains possession. And now fed back down to Mendy, and Mendy is going to control it here. Mendy turning. Whoa! I was like, why was he doing that? And then he almost got it in. He clipped the top of the bar and didn't miss by much. And that was one of those ones from like 45 yards out. That was a shot. He was forever out, and he got it up there, and it dipped down and just off the top of the bar. Unfortunate that didn't go in. Just one of those knuckleballs. You could see that floating in the air as it was coming down. He's been practicing that one, obviously. All right, 79 minutes. Wrexham looking to gain control. McLean's got it in our inner third. Long ball away under pressure, which I don't know if he had another option other than to do that. So Sutton gets it to midfield. Wrexham heads it back. 3 guys right there. I thought that was a handball from Fletcher. Will be a Sutton throw in from the left side as they reach and tie their laces, pull their shorts down, out. Look for the ball. He's picked it up. He's going to leave it now for somebody else. No, he's not. He's going to take it, but he's cleaning the ball off. Walking down the line. And here it comes. Mendy able to clear it. He's got space. Whoa. Mendy up forward. Fletcher all by himself in the ring of 4 people. I would have much rather had possession, tried to push forward through the midfield with passing, instead of these long balls over top. Find a switch. There's a chip over top. Swung me there easily to get it away. Back. We've got it down the left side. Lee, left flank, looking, pulls it back to the midfield, turns, beats his man. McLean, he's going to pull it out to midfield. McLean, Fletcher there. Oh, I was hoping he might be able to lay that down as Davis was right there to look for it. Addison, I don't know. I don't know. Wrexham throw, Tozer territory, right side, a giveaway from O'Brien. And here we go. Everybody going to be lining up on the short post, exactly perpendicular to the edge of the box. Long throw, short box, headed away, and it'll go to a corner. So McLean moving out to the right side. Let's go here. Come on. 81st minute. Got to take 3 points here. That's the only answer. Left footer from McLean. Here it is, served up close to the net. In swinger, headed away, and we'll do it again. I don't know if he was going for the net there. I'm surprised the goalkeeper only had to step out 3 feet to get that one. We got pushing going on between, that's the substitute, Patrick, I think. Oh, he's going to talk to Mullen, and is that O'Brien? Milson. Having a battle right in front of the goalkeeper. Milson pushing Mullen. Mullen's just happy to stand there in the middle of the box. Left footer, here it comes. Another flat ball headed away. Ricocheted out. McLean will have it there. Back in. Right footed. It's there. Put back towards nothing. Sutton just stuck in the middle of the box. Like literally 8 guys and big bodies just sitting right in the box. Hammered by McLean from just outside the penalty area. Oh, Mendy with a great possession save, but here they come. It's a break on. Down the left side, 2 players in the middle, another one coming. Wrexham coming back. Oh, Patrick, wide open on the right side. Tons of space. Trouble. Ogonkwo parries it. Let's go, Surge. We've got them forward now. 83rd minute approaching. I'm glad I didn't do the whole game. I'm going hoarse here, just screaming and yelling out of frustration. Bah! That's exactly Addison. Exactly what I'm saying. Mendy down the right side. To be fair, he's looked good since he's come on, trying to rattle things up front. 2 guys there. He's got to come over. Nice little pass. Dalby gets it back to Mendy. Mendy from the right side. 2 men on. Somebody's got to go and give him some support, or he's just going to drill it. He gets it past. In there. Oh! Squeezed off target. Just missed, but it'll go for a corner. Sutton screaming and yelling. Ah! I don't actually even know if we got our foot on the ball. I think that was Sawunmi who got his boot on it and kicked it out. McLean, left footer up in the air. Far post, headed away. We'll do a corner on the other side. If it'll go, it goes. McLean's running the whole length of the pitch to the other side. 84th minute. McLean now going to be a left footer from the left side. Flat, very flat. Oh, good little attempted header there from Davis, flying out of nowhere. It's on the right side now. Mendy, right side. Left footed up in the air, far post. Fletcher's there. Bazanzas goes out and gets it. Bubble. It's free. Oh, and they just punch it out. Let's go. Tozer now. Is he going to take this for a long throw from the left side? Every cardiologist nightmare. If I go down, I mean, just take care of my family. Tozer now, long throw from the left side. 85th minute coming up on the clock. Long ball, short post, headed away. It'll be another corner. We're just going to cycle. They're going to concede all of them, but they have some huge bodies just taking up space in the middle. Like this is... That's what I'm thinking, Steven. You got to start punching it out a little bit and just taking some long shots. Headed away. Wrexham throw now from what was it at 20, 25 yards? Tozer's going to go and he's going to take it to cleaning the ball. Well, I hope it's not finished. Had it on, cleared away. There was a shout from handball from the crowd. One guy on 3 Wrexham just creating a mess in the midfield here, scrapping for it. They're able to maintain possession, and here they come. Sutton now. 3 players pushing forward against R3. Tozer misses the tackle. It's now 3-on-2. Lee trying to get back to get the outside guy. Gets it back. Somebody's got to step out. Oh, nice little play by Mendy to intercept there. And Fletcher flying. It's going to go out for a... No, not going to... Yeah, going to go out for a throw. 86th minute. Have to hire Mark Hughes. Hey! No, we shouldn't be dropping points. Trap game, you'd hope with them scoring earlier enough that it woke up and, oh, that's a handball on us when he got pulled. They're playing advantage. McLean, I was clipped up. I thought that was going towards the net. Is he going to blow it down? No, he's not. He was playing advantage. Robert, it's been a challenging day, but we're happy to have you here. It does look like it's certainly going to fall like a draw. We just can't get through that wall. They've just literally parking the bus with like 5 big people sitting in the middle of the box, stopping everything. And Mendy did save us, Jeff. That is an amazing call. You got that interception just in the nick of time, or that would have been... He might have been offside, actually, the guy behind him. Mo now, looking for space, plays it away. Can we nick it back? We do. Mendy. Davis nicks it, gets it to Mendy. Mendy's there. He's crossing. Evans headed away. That was drilled. And Swamney gets up there with the header. It's the wall. That's an impressive header. And I don't even know if the goalie was heading the right way on that one. It is a tie game, 1-1. Scoreboard's right there. Left-footed swinger, really flat. And Nick, it's up there. Screaming for a penalty. I don't think it hit a handball. I think it hit a thigh. I want to see the replay. So it was flat. It got flicked up in the air. And while it's up in the air, Dalby goes up there to get it. No, that wasn't. It hit him on the right thigh and his hand was behind. If it did capture everything, he had it behind his right thigh. So it'll be a left-footed corner from the left side. Far post, way far, too far. Or was he able to maintain possession? Yes. Dalby pulls it back to Mendy. Mendy's our new functioning center back with Evans with everybody forward. McLean, left side. Cross. Too far. Lee. Hammer. Scores! Scores! Lee. Elliot Lee from just outside the box. Beauty, we needed that one. Holy. Elliot Lee, thank you very much. McLean with the pass over, comes out, lands out to him, and he hammered it. Straight right footer, bullet. Stop the rocket. You can't. You can't. Let's go. Get in. Get in. Whoo! I'm sorry for blasting your ears on that one. Holy jumping. Settle it down. 89th minute. Now we're going to find out there's probably 7-8 minutes of extra time, I would assume. Holy. Okay, so McLean takes on his man, beats him to the left, gets a long cross over. Missed by everybody. Headed away right down to Lee, standing right on the D on the outside of the box. Hammers it with the right foot. Just chest down smash. So a poor clearance by, and I think that was one of the subs that came in. Number 11, is that Patrick? Yeah, that was Patrick. Could have done something, even left it, but instead he popped it right out to Lee in the middle. And Lee said, thank you very much. Chest down smash. Holy. How's your heart, everybody? How's your heart? Everybody doing all right? We're still here. Nobody's down. Need to have a cardiology check-in session to make sure nobody needs defibrillators. 6 minutes, 23 seconds into the 6 minutes. Ogonkwo dribbling the ball, having a look, taking your time. This was a garbage game in the second half. Absolute garbage game. But if you can take the 3, it won't matter. Oh, nice little tackle here. We're going to get a chance to go forward. Fletcher, all the work. Can he get to Dalby? Spin cycle. Just take the corner, but oh, he's unfortunate. Well done by the defender to get away from that. Holy. Yes, W&G, you got it. Robert, we'll give you all the credit. Now you're stuck. You got to come here every time. That's exactly it. A standby heart resuscitation machine as the new mascot. Hey, hit the subscribe button while you're here. We'll get to those ad revenue, and what we'll do is the Red Horde will start to donate defibrillators or buy a mascot or do something crazy. Long ball, shot way over. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're this close to getting into full ad revenue from YouTube. Not like we're going to get rich off of it, but allow for some extra AI, and maybe we get goofy with it. Maybe we save up and buy some tickets to get some people over who can't normally go. Maybe we buy defibrillators. Maybe we do practical jokes in Wrexham. I don't even know. I appreciate you. Hey, if you have subscribed, all the more love to you. It is exciting. Get in. The subs did, and Dalby came in the play before that, was able to nick one back. So let's buy a brick at the pub. Down for that. A sign, do whatever. Just hit the subscribe button. We'll talk. I'm going to run some polls. I mean, I'm not looking to make a bunch of money off of this thing. We'll run some polls and figure out what we want to do with the cash. And getting close to 3 minutes and a bad backwards pass, and Ogonkwo has to go back and save it. So he'll take his time moving forward. Okay, man of the match. I wasn't here for the whole thing, so you guys have to tell me. Is it Lee who came on as a sub and rescued it from the death? Your Wrexham defibrillators. Is it Lee? Is it Mullen from the first goal? Is there somebody else? I'm going to take the votes from you guys who were here throughout. Let me know who you think. Mendy, maybe. Yeah, well, another sub who came in but did well. We're going to have a throw in now, 30 yards out on the right side. Hey, party fun, Red Horde group trip. I'm down for that. I'm down for just finding, we'll figure. No worries with the countdown. I've got 3.5 here, so we're going to have to keep it with what we've got here. What, did he give him a yellow for time wasting? By the corner flag, free kick. Kind of pulled down the defender there, ripped his boot off. Lee did. Andrew says, Mullen question mark. We got a Lee vote. We got 2 Lee votes. Yeah, we got 2 minutes in extra time. 4 minutes, 7 seconds. Sutton now just past the midfield stripe. Throw in from the left-hand side. There is 6 minutes, so we're now down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds. As they're taking a long time to get this ball in, but are they looking to throw it all the way into the box? They are, towards the edge of the area. Davis just heads it away, and now they've got it in possession 35 yards out. Over to the middle. That's Kizzy. Swings it over. Herrera dancing towards the middle. Everybody's back. Cleared away. And that'll go for a throw. Right-hand side. 94 minutes, 45 seconds. So we got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of added extra time. Lee, I see it's all a lot of Lee. So unless anybody else screams otherwise, I will make Lee the man of the match. Throw in. Headed away by us. Lee able to get to it. Got to call a free kick. Does. Lee draws the foul there. And Mullen at the time of the whistle, that wasn't his fault. You can't book Mullen when he kicked the ball away before the whistle blew. He was swinging his foot before the whistle blew, and he got a card for it. That's garbage. I mean, he did pump it away. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Mullen. It was Dalby. Or Dalby? Or McLean? I don't even know who it was. Yeah, Andrew, I'm man of the match to leave for the winning goal. I'd be down for a midfielder getting it for possession, but you guys have to tell me who it is and see what the but most people are yelling Lee. Foul not given there. Fletcher's got his hands around it, and it's now midfield. Sutton now with it. The 6 minutes has expired. The last thing we need is for Lee to take a yellow here. We've got it now. Fletcher. Sutton's able to control it. 12 minutes past the time. The whistles are going nuts from the crowd. Nothing from the referee. Here they go, moving forward. Edge of the box. Sutton, last shot. Mendy staying on his feet. Patrick holds it up. Patrick spinning. Gets it in. Cleared away. Lee, he pulled up there because of the yellow. You could see that. He didn't want to even risk it. Dalby out. Referee is screaming for a whistle. Everybody's in the box. Sutton knocks it down. Looking for a shot. Man flopping down for a penalty call. Doesn't get it. Still Wrexham possession. Clears away. Whistle it down. Whoo! Breathe, everybody. Breathe, everybody. An ugly 3 points at the racecourse. Exceptional first half possession, but no threat, no challenge. And then we end up having to rescue it because of some poor play as soon as I got home. So that is the game. 2-1 is the final possession. 70-30 shots. We only beat them by 2. Big chances ahead by 1. But look at their passing percentage, 57%. I don't know if you can give it to midfielder because their midfielders were so poor. But that I'm going to go mad now. Mad crazy, mad happy. I don't know. That's the most frustrating 3 points that I think we're going to get all season. I think from the sounds of it, man of the match is Lee for that absolute rocket. And thank you to the brilliant assist from Sutton United, heading it right down. He could have let that go, and I don't even know if there's anybody over there. I'm going to have to watch the replay. That would have been a concern for a cross coming the other way. Instead, he punches it right in front of the box, and Lee smashes it. As to the table and where we're at right now, to give everybody the update. So we're sitting third. Stockport County ended up taking down Crew 2-0. So that takes Crew down to fifth. Notts is up 3-0, so they're going to stay 3 points up. Mansfield is a point behind, but with a game in hand. So really, are we in third or are we in fourth? Crew now sitting at 15, a point behind. Ackerton Stanley with their winning up 4-2. They're looking to be in sixth. And Gillingham has moved up into that last playoff position in seventh place there with 25 points, despite going only one win in their last 4. Brendan, thank you so much. Another reminder, 160 here on the stream. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it. Brendan, you are a savior. I had family commitments, and I was happy to go and run and do them. I appreciate you guys. I got to get back to work now here. Otherwise, I'd sit here and chat with you guys. Mansfield still unbeaten. And interesting, Andrew. Andrew says this is more 3 points. You're welcome, Janet. Psychologically necessary than any others. And I get it. You lose these 3, and it's probably more harmful. So appreciate it, Peter. I hope you guys keep flying back in. I'd like to find somebody to help with the women's matches on Sunday, just because it's too much for me to do a Tuesday, a Saturday, and a Sunday while holding down the work and also making sure that I'm helping my wife with the 2 kids. Only $1 today. Only $1. No, it's free. Just hit it. So if somebody wants to help out with the women's game, maybe split them 50-50 now that they've got all the women's games going up. I feel guilty that I'm not able to cover it as much as I'd like on the channel. So feel free. You know what? Any way that you want to help out. If Jed B is amazing at helping out with the midweek roundup. If somebody wants to create something, do something, victory poutine indeed. Victory poutine indeed, Patrick. It's all on. Mike, well, you have to go to the bog more often. That's just what it is. So I appreciate you guys. From Brendan saving me, Jed to helping out, W&G with the scores, Oho encouraging the subs. You guys, this is becoming a nice little family. I haven't been able to canvas. We're going to go back to the old system, or well, now the new system that's got the better scoreboard for the next one, because I'll be able to get home. The reason we do this is it's just easier to have guests, especially when I'm away. So much love and happiness. I will see you guys with the preview video for Saturday. We'll see you on Saturday. The big game, Notts County. That'll be a fun one. We'll go crazy. I'm expecting a full crowd. Let's bump this up all the way. Haven't even looked at what my subs are at today. Brendan, I appreciate you, man. I'm just going to check my sub call while I'm here, because I've been away for for the whole day. Yeah, well, we pulled in another 8 or 9 today. That's not bad. We'll definitely take it. Get a chat before you go. Trying to get to 1,000. And so that's where the magic happens, and I'll start to get a whopping, maybe $50 a month to start, but it's something, build up, and hopefully at some point we're able to really bring people in with some giveaways and some flights and some buying silly, goofy things and doing all sorts of manner stuff to support stuff. So 1,000's a goal. I mean, that's the ad revenue target goal we've got there for hours. Yeah, it's been rolling. Last week, not so much, but the week before, I think I put 100 subs on in 24 hours, and I don't know why it jumped so much. And I think what the big kicker is there's a little sub tracker on the new system, and I think people just like seeing that number go up. It's like encouraging everybody to go. But I hope, 5,000 would be nuts. I am hoping to get to the 1,000 mark before not too long, and then from there, it's just about content and hours, and having everybody have a good time, and whatever we're able to draw in, we draw in, and have some fun with it. So anyways, this is it. I've got to go. I've got to sign off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you at the Notts County game, and maybe the women's game. If you're interested in doing that, send me a message, email, Twitter, add me, follow me, do whatever.